Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be cooking some delicious Lofthouse style sugar cookies. They're so light and fluffy. It's like eating cake. I love these sugar cookies. But I will be trying something a little different today with the frosting. I'm going to take all those delicious flavors from a Snickers bar and I'm going to add them in the frosting. So let's get to those ingredients right now. Flour, salt, cream of tartar, cornstarch, baking soda, baking powder, sour cream, 1 egg, butter, powdered and granulated sugar, vanilla and almond extract, caramel syrup, milk chocolate, and peanuts. Okay, let's grab a bowl and drop in a half a cup of butter. Then you'll be adding in 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Go ahead and mix this on medium to high speed until it's nice and fluffy. All right, go ahead and crack in 1 large egg, and then you're going to mix together well. Next, add in 1/3 cup of sour cream, and then reduce to low speed. Add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then add in 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond extract. So now in a separate bowl, we'll be sifting in our dry ingredients. First, I'll be adding 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1 1/2 tablespoons of cornstarch, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Slowly add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and mix on low until combined. Now grab some saran wrap, cover your mixture, and set aside until later. Okay, so now that I've got my batter already covered, I'm going to set it in the refrigerator for 1 hour to chill. Okay, so while our batter is in the refrigerator getting cold, I'm going to show you how to make that delicious frosting. So go ahead and add a half a cup of butter to your bowl. Mix well until it's creamy, light, and fluffy. Then you can throw a pinch of salt, and also you can add 2/3 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, I'll be adding 2 cups of powdered sugar. Mix well until everything is nice and combined. Now I will be adding 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and then I'll be adding an additional half a cup of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time. Now go ahead and add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of almond extract and 4 tablespoons of caramel sauce. Okay, so now I've got the frosting also in the refrigerator to stay cold while I'm going to be making the toppings. So what I've got here is about a cup of peanuts. I'm going to start off with. I'm going to throw them in the blender. I'm just going to blend them, just like pulsate them just until they get nice and chopped up. And then I'm going to also do that with the chocolate bar. I've got about a half of a bar to start with. I just want it to get to where it's chunky, and then we're going to sprinkle that on top of our frosting. So let's try this out. Right, that looks good. Kind of like what's inside a Snickers bar. All right, here we go. All right, that looks good. Some big chunks in there, but that's okay. You're just going to basically be dusting the top of it too for flavor. Okay, so what I suggest until it's time to use this, since the chocolate You don't want to get too sticky. I would leave it in the refrigerator to stay cold until you're ready to use. Okay, so now what you're gonna need is a little cookie sheet pan, and then line it with some parchment paper. Got our cookie dough. And I'm gonna use about a tablespoon of a scoop, and I'm gonna ball them up, leave them about 2 inches apart, and then I'm gonna take my glass and I'm gonna flatten them out like that. But I'm gonna leave them kind of thick still. Okay, well, let's do this. Now go ahead and spray some non-stick spray on your parchment paper. Rub the bottom of the glass, that way it won't stick to your cookie dough. Okay, so definitely, yes, I recommend putting that Pam on the bottom of the glass because otherwise it sticks to the cookie, and it is definitely, when it wears off, sticky, so that was good. Okay, so those look good. Okay, so I'm gonna pop these in the oven at 375. I'm gonna cook them for between 9 to 13 minutes. Depending on how hot your oven gets, you might wanna check it right around 8 to 9 minutes to see. You don't want these to burn, you want them to just slightly have a golden brown, because as they're cooling, you're going to put them on a cooling rack. They are still cooking. So let's get these going. Okay, so I had them bake. 9 minutes was perfect. So any longer they would have burned. So it was perfect. They came out nice and golden brown. They're super soft. I let them cool for about 15 to 20 minutes on the rack in the back. So now it's time to get these guys frosted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little sandwich baggie, throw the frosting in, cut the tip, and then I'm gonna start swirling them on. All right, get your swirl on and start snickerifying this frosting. Go ahead and start with a light coating of peanut. Next, go ahead and add that delicious milk chocolate. And don't forget to drizzle that caramel sauce on top. Okay, so look at these. They look so good. They are perfect. They turned out really, really good. I'm excited about the way they turned out. They look just like little Snickers. So excited to taste these. So let's do it. They're so light and fluffy. They taste really good. I'm very pleased with it. I love the frosting. You can definitely taste the caramel in the frosting. It's not overpowering. It's nice. If you're not a huge fan of almond, leave it out, but I really like the way it complements the flavor. The little chocolate chips and peanuts on top, can't go wrong. I love chocolates. I love peanuts. I love them. All right, so please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, head over to Facebook and Instagram. Check out the Jen and Gina show. If you make these, please take pictures. We'd love to see if you guys make these. Leave your comments. Tell us what you think. Don't forget to check out my next video. See you guys soon. Okay, guys, so if you enjoyed this recipe and you want to keep cooking, go ahead and click the button right here with Jen. If you want to start drinking, go see my girl Gina and click the button here. If you haven't yet already subscribed, that's okay. Just click the button right here. See you guys soon.